Hello, everyone here playing Farming Simulator 19 on Lincoln Creek by MRG Map, and here for possibly the last and final episode. I'm not sure if there's going to be one more episode or not. We'll find out here. It all kind of depends when Farming Simulator 22 releases. Anyway, for starters, this episode I thought I would finish up the Field 52 contract we were working on here the last couple episodes, but apparently we no longer have access to the land for some reason. I don't know why that is. If we go over to the contract here, it says it is completed. Typically, everyone, you can go ahead and finish, the remainder of the field and harvest what's left on the field yet. But I don't know. Something happened, everyone. For some reason, I'm not able to do so. Oh well, we're gonna call it good at that, I guess. We'll shut the combine off here, and we're done with the field. No idea what happened, everyone. Not sure why it's not letting me finish the remainder of the crop on the field. Again, when it comes to these harvesting contracts, you always want to try to finish the remainder of the field, because whatever's left on the field, you can sell yourself and get the money for. And unfortunately, yeah, that's not going to happen in this case. So, oh well, is what it is. Contract is finished, and we're going to head down to field. Let's see what's here. I think, was it 67? Yes, field 67 harvesting. We got oats in field 67. We're going to head down there next. And that might be a bit interesting getting down there with the combine. This is definitely a bit of a wide load coming through, shall we say. Also, I'm not entirely sure what's up with the drawing texture, the out in the distance draw texture on this map, but it's definitely a little weird. Definitely a little weird. Not sure what's going on with that. Not sure I particularly care for that, but oh well. Again, we're pretty much done with this series. Hope you folks enjoyed the run here in Farming Simulator 19. Again, might be getting a little bit early on because, like I said, there might be one more episode yet. Not entirely sure. All depends how it shakes out here. But yes, pretty much at the very least, having probably one more episode, and that's going to be it. And like I said, this might be it here. We'll see how it works. But let's see if we can squeeze. Oh boy, and it's going to be a tight fit. There we go. Got it. Oh. We just got it, too. It kind of looks like it hit the top of that header there just a little bit. Yeah, we could have still lowered it down there. Probably would have cleared a little bit easier. Okay, apparently those signs have collision on them. Noted. I think we crossed over some seed signs here on the way to field 52, and we didn't have any issues, but apparently either those signs did not have collisions or we missed it somehow, but those right there definitely do. Noted. Apparently not all the seed signs are made equal or something here. Okay, we got to turn at... Oh, we missed a turn back there already. Okay, well... Okay, we will turn at the next road here then, I guess. Oh, yes, okay, at the bottom of 52, I should have just gone straight. I would have auto drive down there, but with the size of the header on here, I don't know how well that would work. I figure it was probably safer for me to drive down there. We don't have a header cart currently for this, and you folks know my track record with header carts here in this game. Hopefully that's maybe something they'll improve upon here in Farming Simulator 22. I'm going to improve upon the disastrous carts that are in this game. Just, yeah, they're an absolute joke when you put your header on them and start going down the road, and of course they end up falling off somewhere, and it's just, yeah. Don't know what Giants was thinking when they did that one, but clearly they weren't exactly thinking all the way. Also, no idea where the road is here, given it's like all the same. Weird. No idea. Yeah, it almost looks like there's maybe something wrong down here, because like we got like, looks like crop out in... Yeah, that's some weirdness going on. No idea, man. No idea what's going on there. And then over on this side here, looks like the field like extends, but the crop doesn't extend, but the weeds are definitely out here, so definitely some weird stuff going on there. Okay, this should be field 67 straight ahead of us here. It looks like kind of hooked down a little bit. And we only have one John Deere X9 harvesting of that. We might have to fix that at some point here, everyone. We'll see once this episode. Might have to just add one more John Deere X9 to the harvesting lineup. What do you folks think? I mean, we got enough money for it. And we definitely, I think, have a field large enough for 2 John Deere X9s here. Well, real life, probably not, to be honest, but For in the game here, I think this field's large enough for 2 combines. 2 combines with 60-foot headers, John Deere X9 1100s. Also, just like some weird watering holes along here. That's kind of weird. Whatever. Nice looking water down in them, though. I have to say the Mount Author did a nice job on that water. Looks pretty good to me. And let's see what kind of seed do we have on this field here. Let's see, Cobb, DKC 5806 RIB brand blend. So some DeKalb or DeKalb. Not sure exactly how you say that. Okay, and then the grain cart and the truck. I mean, I think we can get that headed down here. Don't think we need to drive that down there ourselves. We can have auto drive do that. So let's switch you over to just a delivery or drive mode, I guess. Yeah, drive mode, I guess technically it's called. So field 67. We're gonna do that. Turn that on, and he should drive from here, I think. And we're gonna do the same thing with the truck here as well. Let's switch you to. Oh, that was actually the right mode, right? What is this mode? Unload bunker silo. Ooh. I think that's a fairly new mode. I have not actually used that mode here in auto drive yet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a new one. I mean, I don't believe that was there before last time I used it. So recently updated auto drive. Not exactly sure when they added that, but that that is interesting. I mean, very interesting. I don't mind checking that out. Ooh, is he gonna miss the pole? Sort of. Yeah. That's a solid note. That's a very solid note. Really? Like the pole, you like really actually stuck on. Oh my goodness. There we go. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Like he was magnetically stuck to the pole somehow. That was weird. Okay, let's go around the pole here. Then we'll turn on auto drive here. Actually, that should be a pretty good spot. There's a little side course here for field 52, and that should get him on the course to 6-7. Okay, we'll leave him to that. Let's hop over to the combine, everyone. And I figure we're going to spend possibly the last episode here in Farming Simulator 19, one of my more favorite activities, and that is harvesting. So we're going to get the combine fired up here, and we're going to be harvesting. Not sure if we're going to be harvesting the entire episode or not. We'll see once here, but at least for starters, everyone, that is what we're going to be doing. I don't plan on taking any more contracts here probably this episode, unless we get bored or something and decide maybe to go find a cultivating contract, but I think most of the contracts at this point ever were harvesting related. And again, as I've said before, I do rather enjoy harvesting in the game. One of my more favorite activities. You know, again, when you just put all the work into preparing the field and fertilizing and spraying and planting and whatever else you have to do to the field, and then you get to harvest. Pretty much get, you know, to see the reward of all your hard work, so to speak. And you know what? Seems like we should get some GPS going here as well. So let's do Control S. This should be a 90-degree course, I believe. Line that up to the combine, and let's get an auto width on that, just shy of 60 feet. The self, should get you locked on it here as well. I see we started missing a little bit of crop there. I was going to say, let's go back to the screen. Looks like our salesman cheated us about 0.8 feet. Supposed to be a 60-foot header, huh? 59.2 feet. More like a 59-foot header. Oh well, anyway. Just like to pick on that a little bit there, everyone. The way, either the way it's set up in the game, or who knows. I'm not entirely sure where auto drive or even like course play, GPS, where they get their width numbers from. They pull it from the mod there somewhere, I'm assuming, but I'm not exactly sure which numbers are used. I know with some mods, sometimes like GPS doesn't always get the width right. Same thing with Courseplay. The width is not always necessarily set right. Sometimes you have to manually set it. But most cases, your Courseplay, I guess AutoDrive really doesn't use widths a whole lot, does it? But yeah, both GPS and Courseplay use widths. And usually turns out pretty good most of the time. Like I said, sometimes you have to adjust it slightly. It seems like apparently Courseplay, and I'm not sure, probably GPS as well, maybe don't use the same, like, the actual working width of the implement sometimes, it seems like. Because sometimes the widths that comes up with, and then when you actually put, like, the implement in the ground, and the actual width are sometimes different, it seems like. I don't know why that is, but... Anyway, minor quibble here, I guess. Actually, speaking of minor quibbles, everyone, how about a major quibble? It does not sound like there's going to be any GPS in Farming Simulator 22 for starters. So unfortunately, we're going to have to wait for, well, some of the mod one, I guess. Which just, I don't know, that seems like a downright shame if you ask me, everyone. Oh, there we go. And why can't we move? Get this combine pulled over here a little bit more. I should have probably like put out an actual spot for it, but whoops, failed to do that. Oh well. Let's see once here. Grain cart is here, so we're gonna switch you over to grain cart mode, field 67. Actually, I don't know, where do we need to take this here? Let's set this up here a minute. So this is going to, that's going to the FCA. Okay, I think that's like literally the only sell point we've gone to here so far, and we'll take it, right? And then we're gonna go to combine mode. And then we're also going to set the combine here to field 67 as well. Okay. Now let's see if the tractor starts heading our way. Not seeing any action here so far. While we're waiting here, everyone, wanted to discuss some exciting news about the Farming Simulator 22 release that's coming up here. Giants announced here just a couple of days, actually 1 day or 2 days ago, I guess it was 2 days ago here, about the artificial intelligence worker in Farming Simulator 22, the AI worker. We'll see once if now he's still not headed our way. Okay, did I do something wrong here? We're set to field 67. Driving to loading point. No idea. Let's just maybe stop and pull him on the field here a minute. It's in the right mode. Waiting for call. Okay, now if we get back in the combine here, let's see what happens. Again, unfortunately, at least when it comes to auto drive, Owen. Driver, okay. You either A, need to be in the combine yourself, or you need to have some sort of hired worker in the combine. You can't, unfortunately, just like, well, I'm full. Go hop out and do something else while the grain cart comes to unload. It just, yeah, I don't know, kind of too bad, but minor quibble, I guess you could say, when it comes to auto drive. And I see the tractor coming in the distance. Anyway, back to what I was talking about there from what Giants announced, everyone. Giants has announced they're calling it a semi-autonomous worker. Sounds like it's going to be something like Courseplay Auto Drive a little bit, everyone. However, I know a couple of folks are saying, well, it's going to be Courseplay and Auto Drive built into the game. It's not going to be Courseplay and it's not going to be Auto Drive, everyone. It's going to be Giants' version of those, essentially. It's going to be Giants' version that's going to allow you to go to the field, it sounds like. It's going to be able to do field work. It's going to be able to deliver crops and unload crops and stuff like that. It's going to be able to load and deliver. I didn't know if it's going to be able to do combine. I'm not sure. It really didn't say a whole lot about it, so I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to work. Wow, that was a complete miss. Oh, whoa, that's right. That's my, yeah, we got oats. Oh, we got barley in there, yeah. I forgot about that. Okay, let's stop you here. We're gonna go unload the cart here a minute. That was completely my fault there. Got to unload the previous field's crops. Speaking of which, we did actually have a little bit extra crop off that field, so what's in the cart here is extra crop, so we can go ahead and sell that. So we got 48,000 liters of extra barley. Probably could have gotten another probably 48,000 or something like that off that field, because again, there's a fairly sizable section that we had not harvested yet. Don't know why it like completed the mission or wouldn't let us harvest it. I mean, I don't know, but oh well. But yeah, going back again, Giant says they'll be continuing to improve the AI worker over time. Not entirely sure what that means, but maybe it means kind of something like Courseplay again when it comes to Courseplay. Everyone, yes, the Courseplay developers did release like an official version finally. Like it was like what, 6 months ago or something like that. You know, 2.5 years into Farming Simulator 19 when they finally released an official version. But with that being said, they have basically continued to work on Courseplay. It's just basically continuously developed program essentially. And again, as you folks know, I've kind of disowned Courseplay to some extent. I mean, yes, still use it for field work, stuff like that, loading and leveling bunkers. But for the most part, everyone, I've pretty much switched over to auto drive. Again, Courseplay does such a horrible, horrible job when it comes to working with combines and such. Yeah, auto drive is far, far superior. Pretty much I switched over to using auto drive for everything but, like I said, field work. Again, auto drive does not support field work, so not really an option in this case. Okay, just, yeah, unload through the tarp. Sure, be that one. Okay. I was going to get in the truck and, like, open the tarp, but I guess not. Okay, we're going to set you up to a load and deliver mode. We'll set you to, I guess we'll just set you to oats. Oh, hey, look at that. There's only one crop type listed here this time around. That's good. I know some of the maps you play on, sometimes you get multiple crop types listed for some reason. I don't know why it does that. Oh, come on now. This cart's not empty yet. I think this was a 30-inch unload auger on this, or 24-inch. I forget the size of the unload auger on this cart, Evan, but it's got a massive auger on it. Okay, there we go. Let's put the plate back away. We're going to pull back on the field here. Hopefully he will drive to unload the combine here again. I'll probably have to get back in the combine, though, for that to happen. And then we're going to tell this truck to drive the course here. Yeah, go. Oh, quit. Okay, I did not realize he quit. That's probably why. There we go. And he should go sell now. Let's go hop back in the combine. Will the tractor come back over here? The tractor looks like quit on us. Oh, I didn't start him back up. That's why. Okay. Is he moving? Yes, he's moving. Okay, there we go. And let's see if it works this time now. Now that the cart is empty, doesn't have barley in it, which, interesting, everyone, you know, if this was real life, it would let us put it in the cart. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from mixing your crop types in real life. Probably don't want to do that, mind you, but there's nothing stopping you. Yeah, mixing oats and barley together. Yeah, someone would probably not appreciate that one. Would not appreciate that one at all. Anyway, speaking of Farming Simulator 22 here as well, don't forget you can check myself out over on Twitch. Again, RDAllen on Twitch. There hopefully will be lots of live streaming of Farming Simulator 22 content coming up. So, again, RDAllen over on Twitch, everyone, if you want to see some live streamed Farming Simulator 22 content here once the, possibly earlier, possibly once the game's released yet. Not entirely sure. Haven't heard any details on that yet. But yes, definitely look forward to that, everyone. And I don't know about you folks, but I'm definitely looking forward to playing some Farming Simulator 22. Again, Farming Simulator 19 has been out for 3 years now, everyone. So 3 years. And from what I've read in the comments, everyone, it sounds like most people are ready for a new one. And the new Farming Simulator is definitely sounding quite impressive with new graphical capabilities and used machinery and AI extension, or AI helpers, I guess basically you should call them. Sounds quite promising, Evan. Sounds quite promising, shall we say. It's also, I believe, going to be the most expensive Farming Simulator ever. Yep. Just keeps getting more expensive, doesn't it? Can't believe you're paying that much for just like a Farming Simulator game, but oh well. Okay, we're finally back to harvesting here. That only took like 10 minutes of messing about to get that all set up. Whoops. And this combine will be in the game, by the way, for those who have not seen it. The John Deere X9, I believe it was the 1100. The 1100 and the 11... No, yeah, John Deere 1000 and the John Deere 1100 or 1100. I had to think about that there a minute. I believe both sizes of the combine will be in the game. From what I've seen, not entirely sure what headers will all be available for it yet. I know they advertised the one corn head, but not sure what they have available as far as grain tables go. We'll have to see what's available for that. Kind of curious. Actually, you know what? Change that. Now that I think about it, did I see there might have been the 50-foot header? They might have advertised the 50-foot header that came with this combine. I forget now. In which case, that is definitely a much needed necessity for this combine in the game, if you ask me. Those of you who have not seen the advertisements for this John Deere X9 combine, they also advertise it with their 50-foot header, flexible header that goes with the combine. Okay, we'll read a few comments here a moment. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we can read some comments here a moment. 13 Dixie Fried was saying the grain carting tractor is set up to go to the FCA and not the truck. Yes, 13 Dixie Fried is very much correct. It is set up to go to the FCA, not the truck. I don't have a auto drive route going to the truck. I'd have to record one. I was hoping what would happen, everyone, is the grain cart would get stuck behind the truck, and then I would just manually unload the grain cart. Unfortunately, the grain cart did not get stuck behind the truck. Somehow it had, I don't know, pathfind its way around it, maybe. Skipped it entirely. I don't know. Tommy was asking a very interesting question. Here's the John Deere X9 supposed to go 9 miles per hour. Seems too fast. Normal is 6 miles per hour. And he was also saying if I had to connect to seeders like that, I would buy a drone to see what I'm doing. That is a very interesting idea there, Tommy, buying a drone. So like when we last episode, we were connecting those seeders together. Well, actually, it's a seeder. And we're connecting all the parts behind the seeder. He says he would just buy a drone to do that. Not sure how well that would work. That would definitely be interesting. But anyway, to address the first part of his question here, again, in the game, everyone, the speed of the combine when harvesting is determined by the speed of the header. The header sets the speed. So in the case of this Midwest Dura 60-foot header, everyone, in the game here, it is allowed to go allowed to go 9 miles per hour. Like Tommy was saying, yes, that is probably very fast. I very much doubt in real life, everyone, you would be running this header at 9 miles per hour. Never know, possible, I guess, but I very much doubt it. I somehow doubt you probably would even be running it at 6, although I'm not entirely sure. For anyone out there, maybe if you're running a 60-foot header, let us know how fast you harvest with a 60-foot header. And that's probably going to also be combine dependent. The higher the capacity of the combine, the faster you can go with it. Did you get stuck here? No, you're just stopped. He's probably calculating course or something like that. Something auto drive seems to do, everyone. It'll go so far, and then it seems like it has to stop, calculate again, and then it'll continue on. So hopefully this time it can actually make it all the way here. I don't know why it does that. It'd be nice if it wouldn't, but oh well. At least that's better than what course play used to do, everyone. I know maybe course play still does it. I'm not entirely sure, but for the longest time, everyone course play would like literally freeze the game almost. Wouldn't literally freeze the game, but the game, you'd drop your frame rate down to like 10 or something like that. Just absolutely unplayable frame rates, right? And that's how course play used to be. I don't know if it's still that way or not. Everyone, like I said, it's been a while since I used course play, and the last time I used it, that's what it was doing. It was basically dropping your frame rates to almost nothing, while it would calculate a course to unload the combine. Hetro was saying you got some real soil compaction going on there with that cedar setup, but cool. How did you see the objects under the map? And great video. Thank you very much for that there, Hetro. In order to see the objects under the map, you first have to have developer mode turned on, and then it's F4 on the keyboard to turn on wireframe. So this is just simply wireframe mode. Instead of being able to see textures and solid objects, you're just seeing the wireframe view of it. Also a good way to see once how well a mod author did on a piece of equipment. If you turn on wireframe mode and you still can't see through it, mod author probably did not do a very good job of optimizing that mod. With that being said, there's a lot of detail in this particular combine, but with that being said, you can still see through it fairly easily. I mean, there's a couple spots like down here at the right angle. It's kind of hard to see through, right? But for the most part of it, you can see through it. Dwight was saying that Liquid Caddy is made by Hedison Liquid Systems in real life. They're just down the road from me. Well, hey, that's pretty cool. Brian was saying it's not Courseplay and Auto Drive, but it's like that to a point. Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. But I know was the last episode in the comments someone had called it Courseplay and Auto Drive in Farming Simulator 22. But again, it's not going to be Courseplay mod or the Auto Drive mod in Farming Simulator 22. It's going to be Giant's version of it, essentially. Now, that begs the question, everyone. Will we actually see Courseplay in Farming Simulator 22 then? Because if it's built into the game to some extent, will we need Courseplay? And will we need Auto Drive? I guess we'll find out. I kind of suspect the answer is going to be to both, at least for the initial part of it. I don't see any mention, at least as of yet, of any like bunker unloading or selling of silage and stuff like that. I don't see any of those modes in the Giants version of the AI worker, but we'll have to see once. Christopher was saying, good video. Thank you very much for that. Kit was saying, I'm beyond excited for Farming Simulator 22. After hearing about the new AI helper features, yes, I'm kind of excited about that as well. You always used to be one, Farming Simulator 19, 17, 15. We had to wait until the developers converted Courseplay over before we had like any sort of artificial intelligence. Otherwise, we just had to put up with Giants workers, Giants hired workers, and yeah, you folks know how the hired workers in the Giant and Farming Simulator are not so good sometimes. Dylan was saying a Big Bud 747 would be nice to see. Well, hey, guess what there, Dylan? Actually, about the time you commented is when last episode went live. So, yes, there is now a Big Bud last episode there. That was episode 6 or 7. Oh, was that 6 or 7 last? I don't know. Not even sure what episode we're on this time. I think it's 7, right? I think this is episode 7. So, yes, episode 6 there we had the Big Bud 747 with LSWs on it. Speaking of which, they're going back to, let's see what's here. Oh, Petro's comment there about some real compaction, and I'm not watching where I'm going at all, am I? Some real compaction. It actually might surprisingly not be that bad. Hard to say, because again, we had LSWs on the Big Bud. We got duals on the cart. We got the duals on the tanks as well, I do believe. So, hard to say, hard to say. It might not be as bad as you might think it is. Oh, it's, actually, no, it's tracks. That's right. There's tracks on the tank. Anyway, everyone, looking at the timer, it looks like it is time to wrap it up for this episode. So that you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And, well, everyone, here's to maybe Farming Simulator 22. Like I said, there might be one more episode yet. I'm not sure. But if not, everyone, the next Farming Simulator video you see might be Farming Simulator 22. Not sure. So again, everyone, thanks for watching. Until next time.